Today I'm going to demonstrate how to run the model local and then consume that model API calls into your web application, which is running local. Both of them running local. Your web application running local and your model running local, and then how you interact with the model using the web application. So that is the stuff I'm going to demonstrate in today's call. And the code is not, I did not generate from scratch. I asked Claude to give me the code. So, but I'm going to go over high level. Frontend, React plus Tailwind CSS. And backend, Python Flask. So the backend means you're making API calls to the LLM and database. For all those interactions, we are using Python Flask. It is very similar to model view controller. It is similar to Java backend code, basically. So the same thing is achieved in the same Python code. That's only the difference. Language is different. And database is SQLite. You can use other bigger, PostgreSQL and etc. Maybe for production deployments, right? So this is only sample application. So I'm using SQLite. And then here the AI model, how I am running AI model using Ollama infrastructure. So Ollama, there is a client application, Ollama. That application will help you download the models from Ollama website and then run them and expose them as an API in the local machine. And authentication, Flask-Login. So it is its authentication is very lightweight. You can use a default admin and admin 123 user ID and password. And if you want to make it as a production version, you can establish user base and all. But this is very simple application to just demonstrate end to end. So now I have the code ready, and again I created all the source code into GitHub. I will, along with this video, when I post it to YouTube, in the description I'll put this one so that you can download and run it. Next thing is the high level architecture of the whole application, right? The property portal is a one folder, the application folder. Underneath you have these files, app.py, main Flask application, app.py. I'll go over in the VS Code all those files, high level. And then models.py, definitely these are the database tables representation of the model in the Python code for each and every table. And AI helper.py is the AI integration. What is this does? It will help you making a API calls to model with giving a property context. For example, if you are trying to add a rent, it will evaluate whether the rent is appropriate or not. I will go over it. I'll show you that how it is working. And then environment is the Python environment. All the config files and everything will be there here. And templates. These are all UI templates, basically. Base HTML, dashboard HTML, properties HTML, tenants HTML, maintenance, and chat HTML. Chat HTML is nothing but it's a separate chat incorporated in the build web application where you can even directly chat with the LLM. I'll show you that also. And then these are the style sheets. There are Tailwind style sheets on this. Now, so I already did this part. I downloaded the model, and the model is already exposed as API already using Ollama because I'm running Ollama client application. So that part you can figure out easily. In this scope, I'm not going to go over that. So already I have model. And then now I'm going to show you how to run the port, right? First step is I have to set the environment. I'm running this environment, going to my desktop and then run that. I already set the environment, but it won't do anything. Now again, step number 2 is activate. Now once I activate .env, it's already environment, Python environment is already activated. Next step is, this one I already ran it earlier. So in this context, all these libraries are already installed. You don't need to run this one. And next step is, fourth step is running the application. This is the app.py, right? I'll show you. So this one will launch the application end to end. Now it is already running the application, and if any debug statements are there, they will come here, they will appear. Now I'm going to show you this link in the browser. See, it already running now. I'm giving a sample user ID password, admin 123, and click login. It logged in. So you have a beautiful UI, and in there the total properties: occupied, vacant, monthly income. So it automatically calculates how many properties you have in your database and how many properties are vacant, blah 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 on this. So you can manage this whole thing, the whole property management. So the idea here is, it's not about property management. Idea is how you can run the model local and integrate that model interaction into your web application. That's the idea behind this. Now I'll go over the code a little bit, how this is coming, everything. So if I go to Visual VS Code, in the VS Code, these are the folder structure you will see. So there are two important files here before I go very detailed. This is AI-helper.py. If you look at AI-helper.py, is the main code where it will interact with the model from the web application. It will send a request to the model running, which is exposed as this localhost, Ollama host, HTTP localhost 11434. By default for Ollama, this is the host it will listen if you are running any model. So this is the thing. And then Ollama model name. Right now, currently I'm using Gemma4 E4B. And you can use any model. By changing this model here, you download any model and put it here, and it will run for that matter. So this is this is a place where you can change the model if you want to run a different model. And the rest of the code is very simple. It basically giving a context of property management, because our context is only property management, no other information, right? No other skill. Our skill for this application is property management, so it knows everything about. So when you are asking question to LLM, you give a context of property management. So that's the idea behind it. So I'm not going over all the code here, but this is the high level interaction basically, right? And then in the app.py, this is a startup Python code where the web application starts from here. And in this here, you have a Flask. You are initializing Flask. As I said, this is a Flask is a backend code where between UI and the model and the database in the backend, interaction will happen through this. Again, at a high level, login, all these things I don't need to go over, but this is very structured code. Next, now I'll show you in the another tab, one more tab. How do you know what models you have in your machine, right? Ollama list. There is a command Ollama list. Ollama list. See, look at. I already have these 3 models running in my local machine. So I am currently activating Gemma4 E4B. It is 9.6 GB, right? So just to give a idea, and then it will collect now the logs and everything. It will collect here. Next, now if you go here, say for example, I'm adding one property, and then I'll show you how the property management context is given to the model, which is running already and exposed as a host, right, with the port number. So now let me add one property here. So click on properties and then add property. I'm just giving property name is say test property, test property type. So you have the list of here, let's say commercial, for example, right? Vacant, you can say vacant occupied water. So say occupied water, for example, right? Or vacant. Yeah, let me start with vacant. And then address is you can give anything right there. 3, 4, 5 basketball, what? And then this is a say McKinney. Select state Texas, and then zip code is you can give any zip code. Yeah, just I'm giving United States. Next, the property details here. Studio, say for example 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and the footage is say 2000 square foot. Year build, let me put it this in year build is 2026 for example. Parking 2, furnished, unfurnished. You can say, you can give anything here. Washer, dryer, dishwasher. Pool is not there. Pet friendly. Elevator, no. Balcony, garden, security system, internet included, for example. When you do this, now the financial details, monthly rent. Okay, this is where I want to give you very interesting interaction with the LLM. I will give you a very fictitious rent which is not possible. Say 20,000. 20,000. Security 5,000. Let's see what happens. See this one? This is what I want to show you. The system automatically with this information, there is an API call made to local LLM running in my machine and came with the answer. See this. What it says here, to give you accurate advice, I would need more details such as properties, square footage, specific location within McKinney, and local market cables. Generally, rent visibility depends on the property size, condition, and direct completion in the immediate area. So basically, what it is saying is, it's a property value. Let me put the property value also. Actually, this is not the one I want to refer to. It will say invalid rent. So property value say 300k. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And HOA fees is say 1500. Now see what happens. It is not giving any. One sec, let me check what is happening. So it is working perfect, everything. So what I want to show you here is, let's see, generate. Okay, based on the property information you give all those, right? 20,000 is not valid rent. It will tell you, you know, the proper, you know, is it valid or not. Okay, one second. And then you don't need to write about the description of the property. You can auto generate. The model will help you auto generating that. Say it's doing now. So executive commercial space available, blah blah blah. See, look at this. Beautifully it wrote about the property. Located in the Salt Marketing area, this space offers immediate functionality and premium accessibility. Lease now for 20,000 per month. Perfect turnkey location, ready to support your growth. Inquire today for view. Actually, when I worked with uh, another Llama 3 model, it gave a different answer here. That's what I want to tell you. It did not tell me it is not valid rent. Okay, because I'm using Gemma4, it may have a different knowledge. So that I need to verify. But at least interaction is happening. That's what I want to tell you, right? That's one I want to highlight. And click add property. Value must be less than or equal to 25. Okay, 25. See, these are validations already there. And then add property added. So now see the property is added. The UI is, everything is very nice and accurate, and you can add tenants here. You can do maintenance. If any maintenance work is involved, you can do that. Payments for monthly payments and total of monthly payment, everything you can do. And AI chat. This is what I'm talking about, right? And it is a system prompt. Okay, if I ask you who are you, say who are you. What it tells is who are you means it will this is the context of the property management. That's why this is not directly coming from the LLM. There is a system prompt. It gives that property management blah blah. So how it is coming? It is coming from here. I'll show you that. This is where. This is a system prompt. Basically, it is coming from there. If you look at it again, there's this one. I think I highlighted all the parts on how to run. I hope you understand this one. I will give more deep dive into the code maybe in the next session. Thank you.